Good morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'm recording on the DJI because I haven't recorded on the DJI in a minute, so I figured why not. It is, what day is it? It's Tuesday morning. I don't even know. I finished the last episode, which I guess I'll post that up here. I have to edit that today, but presumably it's already gone up for you guys. I finished that last episode telling you guys that we had a rough day yesterday and that I was really hoping that we'd all get a good rest so that we could start today ready to go, refreshed, ready to take on the day. That did not happen. Kiddo got probably about 6.5 hours of sleep. Not ideal. Not what he should have had. Not what I would have wished for him. He went to bed way too late, woke up way too early. I am beat. I am thrashed. I really do not know how I'm going to make it through the day. I had a really bad night of sleep, on top of the fact that obviously I went to bed later than Kiddo did. But yeah, it's hell day today. We have 3 things scheduled. Among them is physical therapy. So if it weren't for the fact that we're already taking next week off for staycation and a sprinkling of days off in October for various doctor's appointments and stuff, I swear today is a day that I just want to like cancel everything and just take a rest day, because I genuinely do not know how I'm going to make it through the day today. So far, luckily for everyone involved, because again, if you saw the last episode, you know that therapy did not go great yesterday. So far, Kiddo seems to be in a much better mood today than he was yesterday, but it's still very early. We still haven't really gotten any of like the demands of the day set. So who knows how the day will unfold. I am tired though. That's for sure. So yeah, we have the 3 therapies scheduled today, like I mentioned. I need to follow up with the ear, nose, and throat specialist, because I told y'all last week at some point that I went to my primary to get my referral, and she told me, okay, I've put the referral in the system. They should be reaching out to you within 3 business days, but if they haven't, you might have to reach out to them. Whoa! They haven't called me. They haven't done anything. So I'm going to have to call them at some point today. I have to get the house ready for in-person therapy, which hopefully will last more than 10 minutes this time. Long story. I have to edit that video, like I mentioned, the last episode, and sort laundry, because I did my son's laundry yesterday, but I just washed my stuff, so now I have to dry my stuff, fold my stuff, etc., and put it away. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but it feels like a lot, mostly because there's so little time between things to get each thing handled, but I'll be fine. I'll make it through. I'll survive. I might have to lay down and take a nap at some point between therapies. I genuinely don't know how else I'm gonna make it through the day. Yeah, I'm really tired, but I'll check in soon, I guess, and let you guys know how everything's going. For now, wish me luck and happy Tuesday. Welcome to my dirty car. It's Wednesday morning. It's early. I wish I'd cut my bangs a little bit, because they're not really even bangs at this point. But I am at the DMV. Very exciting way to start my day. I got notice about a month ago, so I guess about 2 months in advance, that this is the year that my license expires. And I feel, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like at least here in Florida, they like do it in shifts or something, where like every few years it expires, but you can just go online and renew it. But then the next time that it expires, you do have to come in and like get a whole new picture taken, get your vision tested again, etc., just to like make sure that everything is updated and so on. So it's that time for me where like I had to come in and get a new picture, etc. They weren't going to allow me to just do it online again. So I made an appointment, because otherwise I absolutely would not be here. And even so, I don't know how smooth or streamlined I can expect this to be. It's always chaotic here. But yeah, I'm about 20 minutes early, but I wanted to make sure I got here obviously earlier rather than later. Got my masks, of course. And so hopefully this doesn't mark up my face too bad, but even if it does, oh well, the picture's like this big, so no big deal. But yeah, wanted to pop in and tell you guys what was going on first off. Also, I guess I should let you guys know about yesterday. Kiddo was fine. He wasn't super thrilled to see the in-person therapist, but he was fine. Like, they did all their work. Hubby wanted to make sure I was okay because my phone was still in nighttime mode, and apparently he'd been texting me. Yeah, but everything went fine yesterday. Kiddo did his work and it was all good, and I actually somehow made it through the entire day. Exhausted, but I made it. I slept really well last night. I basically like got into bed and I didn't even move. Like, I stayed in that one position all night long. So that to me is indicative of like, oh, okay, I slept well, because usually I'm tossing and turning and whatever, but I was so beat that I literally just, wherever I landed, that's where I stayed. My car is filthy, by the way, but I mean, sorry. So yeah, that brings us to today. Today's my day off, and that's why I made it a point to make the DMV appointment today. I had to wait like, I think a month, 3 weeks, a month for this appointment, but that's fine, because since I had so much time, so much notice, I'm still gonna get this handled a whole month before my license actually expires. So that's all good. I had plenty of time to wait for the appointment, is I guess what I'm trying to say, and I was able to choose what day I wanted to come even. So here, I'm ready to get this knocked out, and then for the rest of the day, I'm hoping to record a recipe today, and I'm also hoping to edit another recipe, just because the footage is already there, so I might as well get that done. And there's a few things around the house. Actually, let me look, because I have my to-do list on my phone today. Okay, edit the recipe, pick up the floor in the therapy room, because my gosh, my son has like a little corner where he's like squirreled away a bunch of stuff, and typically it's not in our way for therapies, so I've kind of just let it go. But today is the day that everything finds its place, or the trash. More laundry. I have to create a thumbnail for the vlog that's coming out tomorrow, so I guess for the last episode, because it's edited, etc., but I haven't done the thumbnail yet. And then my son's speech therapist asked me to do a particular activity / assessment with him today, because we're in the middle of his reevaluation process. We go through reevaluations with all of his therapies every 6 months, but obviously it's staggered because we didn't start every therapy at the same time. So 6 months from the last speech therapy thing is about now, and she wanted me to just basically hang out with him, but not, how do I put it? Like, she doesn't want me to go out of my way to engage with him. She wants me to just kind of hang out with him observationally to see how much he communicates with me spontaneously, because we all theorize, me more than anyone, that unfortunately a lot of the things, not a lot of the things, but some of the things, like on the assessments, they'll ask you things like, does he introduce himself? Will he let you know how he's feeling, etc., etc. And the thing is that if you're just asking for a yes or no, yes, he will do those things. But if you dig a little deeper and get a little more detailed, I'm gonna turn the air off because it's really cold in here. If you dig a little deeper, you'll realize that he introduces himself to people as like a call and response type thing. Like, if you say, hey, good morning, he'll say, hello, blank, whoever the name is. But he won't just come up to somebody and say, hello, blank. He'll wait for somebody to address him first. And then if they say, yeah, good morning, how are you doing today? He'll say, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling hungry. So he will tell you how he's feeling, but he's not gonna come up to you spontaneously and say, hey, I'm feeling hungry. So he'll always wait for somebody to ask him first, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What are we up to today? Like, stuff like that. And he will respond to that, but it won't be something that he just will come up to you and say, hey, I'm feeling blank. So we're trying to figure out how much of those kind of interactions are spontaneous speech and how much of it is a rote response, like basically meaning that it's memorized, and he'll always tell you how he's feeling as long as you ask, but not because he actually wants to tell you. I'm certain that a lot of it is not spontaneous, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this because she asked me to, because she needs to put something in the report for the insurance. And even once we determine that that is a fact, I don't know what we could possibly do about it. How do you teach somebody to be less prompt dependent without prompting them to do so, right? But she's the expert, I'm the parent, so I'm gonna do my part so that she can do her part. And yeah, that's what's going on. So my appointment is less than 15 minutes away now, which to me is right on time. So I'm gonna go ahead and mask up, walk in there. We'll see how long this takes and if I'm able to get everything handled today. So wish me luck. I got here at 9 o'clock for a 9:30 appointment. I am just now getting back into my car at 11:05. The moment I walked up, they were telling the walk-ins already, like, okay, y'all have to go home because we don't have room for you. So if you don't have an appointment, skedaddle. It took ages, and literally I was the only human being in that entire place that had a mask on. Literally the only person. But it's over with, I am done. I have my new license, and it looks like I'm not gonna have to do this again until 2032. So, all good things. Hey friends, it's Wednesday, no, it's Thursday. It's Thursday morning, and I finished my DMV mission yesterday. I did all the things that I needed to do. The one thing, actually, I didn't record the recipe. I just did not feel like it, to be honest. But that's fine because I have all of next week off, and I've already kind of scheduled an all-day cook-a-thon, bake-a-thon type situation. So for sure, next week, that recipe's gonna get done, and a few more. So I'm okay with that. I edited the video I needed to edit, I did the laundry, etc., etc. And I also got some rest in, which is nice. So all good things. For today, we have 2 therapies scheduled, and then, of course, as you can imagine, a bunch of other stuff that I need to do. But it feels like, or it looks like, based on how I've organized my list today, that I will have plenty of time to do each of the things on my list. So it should be pretty low-key, you know, not stressful at all at least in that respect. Thank you, AC. Tomorrow's a different story. Tomorrow is Hell Day, and that kind of sucks a bit because it's also our last day before staycation, so it's like ramping it all up, doing all the things, and then finally some rest. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing, but it's not ideal. So, whatever. I'll deal with that tomorrow. I already have this full day ahead of me. Actually, we have our first therapy in about an hour, and kiddo is still asleep. So I'm hoping he wakes up soon because I'd like for him to like have breakfast and kind of acclimate to the whole being conscious thing before we have to jump right into therapy with him. I would like for today to be a good day. Yesterday was a great day, but yesterday was our day off. Monday was a lot worse than Tuesday, but Monday and Tuesday were hard days, and it's because he was very much in still like chill mode from the weekend, and the schedule waits for no man. So seeing as we're back on a schedule today, I'm a little bit concerned as to how that's gonna go. We have a countdown for our staycation, and I do this anytime that we're gonna do anything that's outside the norm, because even good surprises are still potentially stressful for him. It's a change in routine that he's not anticipating. And so I like to give him countdowns, and I like to make him as aware of what's going to happen as I can, all things considered. But I think because he knows staycation time, relaxation time is just around the corner, it's making him antsy. And he just wants the day to arrive already. So it's extra stressful now when demands are placed on him, even if they're demands that are placed on him constantly and that he's used to. It still kind of feels like, it's like anything else. It's always harder to get to work or get things going on a Thursday or a Friday than it is on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, because you know that the weekend's right around the corner, and so, oh my gosh, what a drag, could the weekend just get here already? That's kind of the mode that he's in right now. So hopefully today is good. Hopefully today is at least okay, because tomorrow's going to be even more stuff. Anyways, I also wanted to talk to you guys about TV type stuff. So Agatha All Along just released last night. Sucks because we were ready to watch it like during dinner basically, and it was not out yet. They're releasing it Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. They did release 2 episodes at once yesterday, but from here on out it's going to be 1 episode at a time. We have to wait a whole week for the next episode, so we haven't started it yet. We'll probably watch it tonight, but that's very exciting. I've been looking forward to that. What we are watching right now is, I've kind of abandoned my Switched at Birth rewatch. I'll get back to it eventually. I've already rewatched it multiple times. But what I'm still doing is my Orange is the New Black rewatch. I had rewatched, like basically what I did is that before season 2, I rewatched season 1. Before season 3, I rewatched season 2. And so on and so on and so on. But seasons 6 and 7, which were the last 2, I never rewatched. So we're currently almost at the end of season 6, and this is my first time rewatching it since it came out years ago. And so there's a lot, like I remember the overarching storylines, but there's a lot of details that either I missed the first time around or I just flat out forgot. So it's been a whole other level of entertaining all over again. And my husband is not watching every episode with me, but he's watching most of them with me. And when he does watch, he's asking for clarification on storylines and characters and things that he might have missed. He's commented multiple times on how talented a lot of the actors on the show are. If you ask him, he'll probably be like, nah, I'm not really watching that. But he is watching it and he seems to be very much enjoying it. So I guess he doesn't seem super keen on watching Agatha All Along, but we don't have any other like new shows lined up until the end of October when the new / final season of Lower Decks comes out. So it's going to have to be Agatha All Along, at least for now. And if you guys have any other suggestions based on the stuff that I've already talked about and the stuff that you guys know that I'm into, I would love to hear them because we're always looking for something new to watch. I'm also currently, literally at this moment, I actually paused it just so that I could start the vlog today. I'm watching the new episode of The Challenge, season 40, Eras, and last night's episode, which is the one I'm watching now, was the one with the explosive fight between Cara Maria and Laurel. I can't stand Laurel. I think Laurel is an insecure bully. Cara Maria is not perfect by any means. She's also really a bad judge of character. If you look at any of her boyfriends, you would come to the same conclusion. But, yeah, Laurel is just... If actual fecal matter could just walk into a skin suit and become sentient, Laurel, in my opinion. And that's not just like edits on the show. Like if you follow her on social media or if you see any of her posts on social media, this is just who she is. So I'm saying all that because there is an argument or a fight that happens in this episode. And, oh, TV's going crazy. My son's food's ready. You're going to have to give me a minute, guys. Right, so as I was saying, I'm watching the episode now, or I was, and Laurel and Carl just had their fight, and the edit is apparently, that you could tell by the way that they put it together that like there has to be context missing, there has to be stuff missing, because the fight kind of went from like 0 to 1,000 in what seems like no time at all and for no reason at all. So obviously they cut the reasons out, and Cara Maria, if you're on TikTok, hopefully by the time this video comes out, she hasn't deleted the video yet, but she posted like a 10-minute long video explaining exactly in detail how the argument went down, what started it, who was around, how it escalated, etc. And obviously there's 3 sides to every story, right? But if Cara's side of the story is even like partly true, it just goes to show what a trash human being Laurel is, that Laurel would, of course she would. What am I saying? I'm trying to be like PC and like give the benefit of the doubt, but I've watched a lot of this show and I follow a lot of these people online where they don't have the benefit of, blaming an MTV edit if they come off looking like trash. And yeah, Laurel basically used trauma from the DV in Cara Maria's past to argue with her and trigger her and just be an overall piece of garbage. And I was about to say I'd be shocked if MTV allows her back after all this, but honestly, they still have Bananas there after he was involved with Tanya Gate. If you know, you know, and if you don't, trigger warning if you decide to Google it. Kenny and Evan are banned from the show, and they have been for over a decade, maybe even 2 decades now, because of something that they did to Tanya back in the day. Tanya, which we'll never see again because she took MTV to court over the situation as well. And Bananas was directly involved in that, but Bananas has always been MTV's golden boy, and MTV knew that if they got rid of Bananas, they'd get rid of a lot of their ratings. So Bananas is still, even now to this day, heavily involved with MTV, still doing the challenges, etc., even though he was just as involved as Kenny and Evan were. So yeah, if they're willing to overlook something like that, they're definitely going to bring Laurel back. But I feel like Laurel shouldn't be around society. Like, Laurel shouldn't be around people, let alone getting paid to be on television, if she really did behave the way everybody is saying that she behaved. And Ryan from the cast, Emily from the cast, are all backing up Kara's side of things and saying that that is in fact how it happened. So, I don't know, whatever. We don't know any of these people. It has no bearing on my actual life. But I am very much a Challenge superfan, as you might, collect from everything I'm telling you guys right now. And I am currently watching it, so obviously it's on my mind. Anyways. Better get going with kiddo. Better wake him. I don't want to wake him up, poor thing. But let me see if I can start doing stuff around the house that might inspire him to wake up, I guess, on his own. And got to get our day started. So for now, happy Thursday. Hey friends, it's Friday morning. I'm so tired today. Kiddo went to sleep at a decent hour, I guess, for him. He was asleep at like just past midnight. I got to bed at like 12:30, I think, and he was up before 7. I feel like most days that would be enough rest for me. And actually, when he woke me up at 7, I was like, I can do this. This is fine. Like, I can just be up right now. But I turned on the TV, which that's how I can tell that I was feeling a certain kind of way, because typically when he wakes me up super early, I leave everything in the house as dark as I can. I set him up with his iPad so he could hang out, give him, a little snack, not even his breakfast, because obviously I'm not going to start to cook at that time if I'm half asleep, but I'll give him like a drink and something to munch on while I get my wits about me. And I might pass out on the couch for a half hour, an hour, what have you, depending on how early he woke me up. Today, I woke up and I was like, that's fine. Let's just turn on the TV and hang out and see what happens. But that only lasted about 45 minutes before I was like, oh no, I can't hang. I need to nap. So I got cozy. I napped for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes before my alarm went off anyway. So I was like, oh, okay, time to get up. Made everybody breakfast. Everybody ate, etc. Fine. And then I double checked whether we were going to have our meeting this morning or not, because today was meant to be Hell Day, where I would have a meeting and then online therapy and then an in-person therapy. So that's our 3 things today. I double checked with the supervisor therapist person, are we meeting this morning? Just to like kind of try to plan my day out a little bit. And she wrote back to me and said, I don't have anything to report. If you don't have anything to report, then maybe we won't, because I just got back from vacation. I have like 2 weeks of emails piled up here. So I could really use the time to just try to like get back into the swing of things. And I was like, hey fam, say no more. I'm Pete. I will take any extra time I can get. So I started doing the whole house tidy, etc. I set the vacuum, whatever. And then I was so beat that even with the Roomba going all over the house, I just knocked out for an hour on the couch. I couldn't hang. And if it weren't because I have to get moving now and like, okay, now I have to do things because it's time to do things, I would probably still be asleep on the couch. I am so flippin' tired. So that's great. Kiddo's in a good mood. Kiddo's in a great mood, in fact. He asked me to set up his little, like, he has like a tent that it's supposed to be like a little kid's camping tent, but he's not a little kid, so I can't imagine anybody being comfortable to sleep in there anyways. But he uses it as like a little bit of like a sensory hideaway, and for a long time he had it set up in his room permanently. But when we got him his new larger bed, there wasn't any space for it, so we packed it up and put it away. And this morning he dug it out and he was like, So I just put it together for him. It's in a different part of his room because it doesn't fit where it used to, but I can hear him rustling around in there. So he's hanging out in his tent having a blast. And yeah, so at least that's a thing. I'm glad that he's in a good mood. I'm feeling good too. I am in a good mood. It's not to say that I'm not. I'm just, my head is begging for more sleep is pretty much what it comes down to. So I have a pretty busy day ahead of me. If that weren't the case, I'd be napping right now. But yeah, I'm gonna also wrap up the vlog today, this episode at least. And I don't think I'm gonna be vlogging for the next few days because staycation, like after we finish our therapies today, we're officially on staycation and we have 9 days off because we're taking the 5 full days of next week, plus obviously this weekend and the weekend that follows. We're back to work on Monday the 30th, which is presumably when I will resume vlogging again. Maybe I'll vlog in the weekend leading up to it so that I have something to release for you guys early that week. I haven't really settled on the details. I just know that I'm not going to be vlogging for the next few days after today. So now you know what I'm going to do today. And I guess later on tonight, I'll let you know how that actually went, how my plans hashed out. But that is the plan for now. So thanks for watching and wish me luck on productively getting through the rest of the day. So happy Friday. So the meeting got canceled this morning because she didn't have anything to say to me. I didn't really have anything to say to her. And she decided that she wanted to take the time to like catch up on emails and stuff instead. So I said, okay, cool beans. And now we got the room set up for physical therapy, got kiddo dressed for physical therapy. I just got him new sneakers, by the way, completely off topic, but his shoes are the same size as mine now. I saw the shoes come out of the box and I was like, there is no way. They are so big. They fit him perfectly. And he was thrilled when he put them on and his toes were not smushed. So that's wild to me that my son and I are wearing the exact same shoe size right now. But and obviously his feet are only gonna get bigger. But anyways, all that to say that I got everything set up and I waited and waited and waited. I never got a Zoom link. So I finally called the therapy center after texting the therapist and not getting a response. She's out today. Nobody thought to call me and let me know. So PT is canceled. So now I can chill. I should have kept napping. I wish I'd have known. I would have kept napping. But yeah, I have way more time now to finish getting the house ready, which is basically done. And I can have a leisurely lunch now. I can take another nap if I so desire. And we just have in-person therapy, which I don't even have to actively participate in. And then staycation mode, brothers. So I'm very, very happy with how this day is turning out. My pals, the episode is wrapping up right now. It's evening and we're getting the house kind of settled in for the night. So today went well. The fact that we had most of the day off was a very, very welcome surprise because I got plenty done today as a result, and I was able to rest a little bit. I didn't get to full on take a nap, but I was able to rest as I was able to. The AC literally just turned off. I was waiting for the AC to turn off so I could come in here and do this because I didn't want to have to talk over the AC. And no sooner do I come in here than it turns right back on. Anyway, sorry guys, I guess I'm gonna have to just like go right through it then. What else happened today? Kiddo had a good time with his one and only therapy of the day. They actually were playing this new game where my son was making him chase him around the house, like making the therapist chase him around the house, and they did that for most of the session. So I don't know what the point of that was or how it started, but my son was having a blast. The therapist got his steps in, and yeah, kiddo barely had to work as a result because they spent most of their time doing that. So it all worked out, and now officially we are on staycation mode. So that means I won't be recording for the next few days. That means that you're only gonna get one video this coming week. I'm not sure when I'm gonna drop it just yet. It's gonna be a recipe, and so I don't want to make you guys wait an entire week for it, but like I said, I don't know when I'm gonna actually drop that. So just keep your eyes peeled, I guess. If you subscribe and click the notification bell, YouTube will let you know. They will notify you when any of my videos go up. So that's one thing you could do. And yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit longer compared to the vlogs I've been putting out lately, but that's because I actually really tried this time. I've been really lacking motivation in my vlogs lately, but a lot happened this week, and I guess I'm just hyped for what's to come in the next week or so. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up before you go, and let me know, I guess, what are you looking forward to most in October? I know that it's not October just yet, but it's right around the corner. So if you haven't left me a comment yet, leave me a little comment letting me know what in October you're most excited about. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And we will chat again very, very soon. Bye!